Hi, this is Trevor, and welcome back to my YouTube channel and this week's Food for Thought video. Um, I'm coming to you from my little reading studio here at 161 Stafford Street in Winnipeg. And if you're interested in booking a tarot reading with me, all that information is on my website, and I always include the link underneath these videos. It's also on my website that you'll find all of the tarot videos talking a little bit about some random thoughts around each of the tarot cards in the deck, and this new series, the Food for Thought series. Today I thought I would talk a little bit about my approach to reading, and I'm oftentimes asked what the actual process of reading is like. And I think the best way I can describe it is it's rather a lot like remembering. If somebody was to mention to you a specific year, like 1974, you would think, well, that's the year we were living in that house, that's the year we got the new dog, that's the year that Dad lost his job, or that's the year I was in a specific grade in school. And one thought, if you started talking about it, would lead into another. One memory kind of triggers another memory. Sometimes there's an overall theme to that year, and that's something I tend to pick up on very, very quickly. So part of reading work is a little like that sense of recall. And a reader or an intuitive like myself oftentimes builds a familiarity with, I guess you could say, the energy. Some of my friends find it annoying when I say the vibes of a particular experience. There's a vibration or an energy pattern to stress or to loss or to what a person may be moving through. And sometimes, part of that, just like remembering things, is getting very strong visual impressions. So if you're interested in developing that sense of ability, why not look at memory? If you can kind of give yourself a random year and think, okay, what do I tune into in terms of that? What was the characteristic of that time? What were the circumstances? That's part of what a reading identifies. What were the feelings that were running through those things? And what were the lessons that were being learned? Then when we relate that to tarot, we can kind of build that repertoire. When you work through the deck, ask yourself, in terms of this card or this image, what does that evoke to me? What is that similar to? Where have I experienced that? Or in other people's stories, what does it resonate to? We start building a familiarity with those energies, with those experiences. Similar in meditative work, and this is something I continue to learn, we kind of drop the story of what's going on and pay attention to the feelings or the emotions that are present beneath the surface. That sometimes allows us to say, where have I experienced this before? If I'm going through some frustration, and to pause and to be present with that feeling and that emotion, to be able to identify it, to be able to feel where sometimes it sits in the physical body is kind of interesting. And sometimes we start to kind of recognize, okay, this is nothing new. Where have I experienced this before? That also helps us to be more open and more compassionate to what other people are maybe moving through in a similar way. I've been given the powerful reminder that whatever we're moving through, sometimes if it seems quite difficult, if I can pause, kind of put my hand on my chest, right over my heart, and say, others feel this too. Then I get to discover that there's a resonance, that suddenly that experience is not so isolating. It's something that others are working with. And that helps that to move, that helps that to become part of a process, rather than something that is so confining or something that we get stuck in identifying with. So it's very, very interesting work, and it's something I continue to learn and evolve and grow with. And I have the great privilege of recognizing and seeing that kind of familiarity in others. So just some random thoughts and some food for thought. Look forward to sharing with you next week, and I'm going to talk a little bit next week about how to formulate a reading, how we kind of put that together. Take care, and hope everybody's having a delightful autumn. Bye for now.